Yes. Welcome to OBS Studio 2032 setup. You got click next, install. Extracting the file. Terere is a very Paraguayan beverage. But it's good for the health, I guess. It's good for your stomach. When you eat a lot, you know, at nights, kind of like can't sleep. So you guys has a good time in the weekend. I mean, what's the weather condition in your area? Yeah. Let me see where I am now. OBS Studio. Hey, Nam. Hi. Nan O'Neill. Go back to Europe. This is gross. Chat disconnect. Please wait while I try to connect with you. Successful connect. Sheldon. Go back to Europe. What you mean? What you're talking about? Well, I just want to say, you guys, that I am not European. I'm a South American Canadian. I became Canadian 25 years ago, and I arrived in Canada 30 years ago, 1994. Canada is my country. I mean, I live in Canada for like long time. Of course, I've been in Europe. I spent 14 years in Europe. I cycling, traveling, like that's lifestyle, you know. You don't need so you don't need to be aggressive. Like if you are, what, go back to Europe. What's that? Yeah, you got like. I was thinking about the aggressiveness. Like you don't need to do that for yourself, for your own soul. You know, no, good for your soul, for your you know, for your health, whatever. There's so many ways to enjoy life, man. Aggressiveness, but just like completely, like you don't even know me. I mean, go back to Europe. Hey, Nam, where are you? You're from um, Scotland? Your family is from Scotland. I've been in Scotland. I've been to up to Fort William. As I say, you know, I spent a long time in Europe, on and off. I mean, traveling in Europe like 6 times from Canada, and then I flew to Japan, and then I spent time in Australia, Indonesia. Sheldon, you know, I just want to ask you, do you ever travel? I mean, you've been out of your country before. Where are you, first of all? You know why it's difficult sometimes to talk to people, because people doesn't have any information, you know, any information about, you don't know who is that person, because that person doesn't have no video, no history, no identification, no location, nothing. It's hard. Like if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see information about me. Well, listen, you know what? I know I actually dealing with this open broadcaster software called OBS, and the installation is finished, and I'm going to keep watching this tutorial in order to set up on my big computer, because I got this laptop over here. As there is an OBS studio setup, and I actually broadcast a couple of days ago an event or something like that. Now, OBS. So OBS already running, unless you want to Use information. Launch anyways. OBS overrun unless you mean to do it. This. Please shut down any existing instance of OBS before trying to run a new instance. If you are launch anyways. Cancel. Optimize. Optimize for streaming. Recording is secondary. Optimize just for recording. I will not be streaming. I want to streaming actually. I will only be use a virtual camera. No, optimize for streaming, recording. Recording is secondary. Yeah, okay, got it. Let's do it. Next. Specify the video setting you will like to use. Use current. Canvas resolution. I guess. Next. Service. Twitch. No. I want to go to YouTube. There you are. Connect automatic. Recommend. Use stream key advanced. Yeah. Connect account. Recommend. Yeah. Please complete authorization. Choose account. Omar Ruiz-Diaz. The OBS Studio wants you to access your Google account. Continue. Yes, for sure. Authorization complete successful. You can now close this page. I close this page. There are different pages. Now, what about
live stream. And last, I'm going to talk about the best strategies to use to grow your audience quickly. So let's dive right into OBS. Here we are in OBS, and we're going to go right down here to the bottom right hand corner and click on settings. And this is the window that...
Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to do that now, right now. Setting. YouTube. No, stream information. YouTube. Next. Testing bandwidth to primary YouTube ingest server. Perform it one test many. Take a few minutes. The program is now executing a setup test to estimate the ideal settings. Auto configuration wizard. There's another Windows. What is new? Introducing hybrid MP4, a new video container format. Welcome to the latest release of every OBS Studio. We got lots of under the hood fixes and improvements of this release. Check out some highlights below or read the full changelog. Okay, the final result. The program is determining that this estimated setting are ideal for you. You got it. I got everything applied. Settings. Okay. Now there is I need to put it in. Okay. So I don't close this, please. If it does, close it. Thank you. And open up this. For now, it's okay. You know what? Chatting is over there. I just put it down to the other side. And he said go to settings. So I go to settings. So you know, every time when you click somewhere, you open up a new window, kind of. So let's check it out. What he said. So if you go to
comes up now, general just has a bunch of information and stuff that you can change if you like, but it's really not necessary for you to know anything about what's on the general screen here. It's not important to getting started. First thing we're going to do is go to stream, and we're going to go...
Okay, one moment, please. Okay, stream. What he said?
Go ahead and use the drop down to select YouTube, and the easiest way to get connected is just to use this connect here. It'll take you right to your YouTube page, and you just log in as you normally would. You're giving OBS permission to go ahead and interact with your page and live stream from there. They made it really easy to set this up. Now this page here is actually in the description, so you can check it out. And we're going to be using this to make sure that we set our settings up properly for how we want to live stream. So we'll go back into OBS settings, and we are all set up to stream. So we're going to go right here to output, and we're
output. One moment, please. And then what? And then
we're going to switch this from simple to advanced.
Oh, okay. Simple to one moment. Output. Simple to advanced. Yeah, thank you. I got it. Then it's streaming. This. Sorry. Put it down. All right. What was that? Switch from simple to advanced.
And we want this tab to be on streaming, and we want to go to our encoder and select the NVIC encoder if we have an NVIDIA graphics card. Otherwise, we'll select N264. I'm going to select NVIC.
Okay, let me see. Audio encoder. Rate control. No, what he's saying. We're back a little bit over there, down.
And we are all set up to stream. So we're going to go right here to output.
Oh, please, I want to. What? Advanced.
And we're going to switch this from simple to advanced. And we want this tab to be on streaming. And we want to go to our encoder and select the NVIC encoder if we have an NVIDIA graphics card. Otherwise, we'll select N264. I'm going to select.
I don't have that. NVIDIA, let me see the code, 264.
NVIC, and I'm going to go through here and show you how to set that up. So we want to go over to this other page, and we want to stream at 1080, and you can do it either in 60 frames per second or in 30 frames per second, and it shows you the information you need right here to get your kilobits per second proper and set up. And then if we scroll down, it gives you a bunch of other information on the video codec and all that stuff. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, so it's not going to be a problem. So we'll flip back over into OBS, and the first thing we want to do, since we're going to be streaming in 1920 by 1080, is we'll set this to 6,000 kilobits per second.
Oh, wait. The Media MX 264. I don't have it. I don't have it. One moment, please. What I have over here is audio encoder FM MPAAC. I don't know. Audio track number 1. Video encoder X2 264. Rescale output disable. Let's check it out what he said.
In 30 frames per second, and it shows you the information you need right here to get your kilobits per second proper and set up. And then if we scroll down, it gives you a bunch of other information on the video codec and all that stuff. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, so it's not going to be a problem. So we'll flip back over into OBS, and the first thing we want to do, since we're going to be streaming in 1920 by 1080, is we'll set this to 6,000 kilobits.
Rate control. Encoder. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 audio track. Let's see.
exactly how to do this, so it's not going to be a problem. So we'll flip back over into OBS, and the first thing we want to do, since we're going to be streaming in 1920 by 1080, is we'll set this to 6,000 kilobits.
1920, 6,000 kbps. 6,000. Rate control. What the fuck? You see what? This rate control is
going to be a problem. So we'll flip back over into OBS, and the first thing we want to do, since we're going to be streaming in 1920 by 1080, is we'll set this to 6,000 kilobits per second. That is the high end that we were looking for. We're going to set our keyframes to 2, and we
set up a keyframe on 2. Keyframe 0.2. See here, and then
we can choose our preset right here as quality or high quality, and your profile can be set to high, and you can check these 2 boxes right here, and you don't really need to change anything.
Okay, let me see. Very fast.
Select the NVIC encoder if we have an NVIDIA graphics card. Otherwise, we'll select N264. I'm going to select NVIC, and I'm going to
I put it 0. Apply. Okay.
go through here and show you how to set that up. So we want to go over to this other page, and we want to stream at 1080, and you can do it either in 60 frames per second, 6,000 kilobits per second, and our keyframes should be 2. And here on this drop down for the preset, this is more of a CPU thing. So very fast is going to give you good quality video, and it's going to process very quickly on most machines. If you struggle with it, then you can go to super fast or ultra fast if you find you're having problems. But generally speaking, if you have a reasonably decent computer, very fast is going to give you decent quality, and it's going to be as fast as you need it to be. You can select the profile to high, and then you can set your tune to whatever you want. I generally select film, since that's mostly what I'm doing. And that is the X264 setup, if that's what you have. Next, we're going to go over here into audio, and you want to make sure that your global audio preferences are all disabled. We want to set up our own audio. We don't want OBS doing anything funky. And the only thing we need to change here is down in advanced. We want to set our monitoring device. And this is how you're going to listen to audio that you want to monitor.
No, let's check it out. Audio. This guy actually.
while you're live streaming. So if you're playing a game, where you're going to want to hear it. In my case, it's going to be my headphones, so I'm going to go with headset earphones Zone Wireless Plus. And then we can go down to the video tab. And on the video tab, you want to make sure that this is set to the resolution that you're going to be streaming at. In my case, 1920 by 1080. Right here, you're going to set this to the frame rate you're going to be streaming at, whether it's 30 or 60 frames per second. Now, you want to make sure that your base and your output scaled resolution are exactly the same. Otherwise, you're going to run into some lagging and problems. So make sure those are set the same. And other than that, we've got some more tabs over here. We have the hotkey tab if you want to set up hotkeys to perform different functions, and the advanced tab, which you don't really need to know anything about. So all we need to do now is click apply and OK. And now we're ready to set up our stream. Everything is all configured, so let's create a few.
Let me see over here. The region stream is story recording control. YouTube live control panel. No. Where's that coming from?
Use simple scenes. So the first thing you'll notice is they add this chat box in here, but we have to dock it. So we're just going to drag it over to the edge until it pops out, and then we're going to drop it in there, and we'll make it the size that we want it and have it all set up, and that looks pretty good. So this is the main layout for a live stream. Down in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our scenes window, and you can create different scenes for each of the types of things that you want to show off on your live stream, like starting soon or be right back or something like that. To the right of that, we have the sources box, and this is anything that's going to populate this scene. This could be video or your camera or a game or all three of those things. To the right of that, we have the audio meter where your sound is all going to come in and you're going to be able to check the levels. To the right of that, we have scene transitions, and then to the right of that, we have the control bar. You can see in the control bar, they have a really cool new feature called Manage Broadcasts. And here you can actually create a broadcast for YouTube and schedule it, so you don't even have to log into YouTube. You can just go directly from OBS, which is a...
Let me see. Manage broadcast, yeah. Yeah. Interesting. What he said.
A really cool feature. We can put our title and our description, make it public, private, or unlisted. We can select our category, add a thumbnail, select our latency, which is pretty cool. And if we click here, we can actually schedule a stream for later. All you have to do is drop this down, you can select the date, and you just go in here and you type in the time yourself that you want it to be. Very, very cool, and it makes it really easy to schedule a live stream in OBS. Now the last piece of this overlay is this screen right here. This is the preview screen. This shows you what your live stream is going to look like when your audience sees it. So let's build a couple of quick scenes. So right down here, you can see we already have a scene in here. This one is in there by default. We want to populate that scene. So we're going to go over into sources and click the plus, and we're going to add a video capture device. And just call this camera. Click OK. And we want to drop down our device here and select our camera. And we can go through.
Let me see over here.
We want to populate that scene. So we're going to go over into sources and click the plus, and we're going to add a video capture device. And just
video capture device. That is quite cool. I put in my camera over here. See what happened. See what happened. Now let's start over here. I go back to my OBS studio over here. I don't think it's yeah, whatever, my broadcasting, public, gaming, no, news and politics, I don't know, No, it doesn't. Thumbnail. Select thumbnail from desktop. This one. Thumbnail. Computer normal. Let's see. Create a broadcast and start streaming. Create a broadcast. Create a new live broadcast. Please wait. Yeah. This gonna just put it this time. You just close the dock windows. If you like to show it again, use the docs menu bar. Vale. And then he say what?